Hello, it's your lovely librarian again. And now that you are familiar with the steps of the Big 6 process, we are going to conclude our lesson. So just to review the purpose of our lesson, we are focused on understanding the Big 6 process, naming the steps of the Big 6 process, and then thinking about how you will apply this process to your upcoming research project. To help you with your project as you are researching, I've created this handout. It is linked here in this presentation, and it has a roadmap, as you will, that leads you through the different steps with a short definition and description for each step. And then also down here are a lot of additional resources that might help you. So there is a writing process organizer that will help you write notes as you go through this process. There's the Big 6 handout that outlines each of the steps in a little more detail. Big 6 poster with visuals and steps together if you are more of a visual person. I've also included some graphic organizers that might be good for note taking. So you can open up this link. It will take you to a page where you can download either Google Slides or Google or PowerPoint versions of these graphic organizers that you can use any of them for free, whatever fits your note taking style. And then I've also included some Big 6 video tutorials created by some students in third grade at this Grimes Memorial School. There is information about each step of the Big 6 as well as a student explaining the step and how they applied it to their own research project. So I hope this is helpful to you as you are navigating your upcoming research project. All right, so in the first step of the Big 6, you are defining your task. You are thinking through, what is the problem I need to solve or the question I need to answer? What am I focused on? And then you're going to think about, what do you already know about this topic and what do you still need to learn? And then that will lead you to, what types of information do you need? The next step is going to be about information seeking. So you are going to determine possible sources that you might use to get that information you need. And then you're going to think, what are the best sources for your task? Depending on your task that you have in front of you, it might be a book, a website, an interview of a person, creating an oral report from someone's words that they've given to you in a conversation. So you're going to think about, what are the best sources for your task? Not every task will have the same sources. So you'll think that through. The next step is about location and access. So you made a list of the sources that you need, and you are going to locate them. So think about being at the grocery store. You've made a list, and now you're going to take those items and you're going to put them in your cart. And then you're going to look for information within those sources. So if you're on the pasta aisle, then and you're looking for spaghetti, then you're going to locate the pasta aisle and then walk down the pasta aisle and locate the spaghetti and add it to your cart. Big 6, step 4 is about the use of information. So you are going to read, view, or listen to this source. You're going to examine it or listen to it thoroughly. You're going to take notes. You're going to find the useful information that answers your question. There will be a lot of information out there available to you, but you need to focus in on the information that helps you answer your question or solve your problem. And then you're going to take notes on that information. You have to decide, am I going to take digital or paper notes? Am I going to be using note cards, a graphic organizer, a Google Doc? And then, of course, you're always going to credit those sources. Remember to record where you got that information from. Okay, after you have gathered up all this information and you have your notes, then you're going to go to step 5, which is synthesis. This is where you organize all that information from multiple sources into one product. And you're going to choose a way that you're going to present this information. How will you organize that information within that product or presentation? And how will it be presented? Is it going to be a report or a paper, a video, a speech or a talk, a presentation? And then finally, step 6 is evaluation. You are going to judge your own product. You're going to think about, did I answer the topic question? Did I present the information clearly? And then you're also going to judge the process. Did you do what is required? If your teacher has assigned a research task to you, did you complete all the steps outlined in the task or written in the rubric? And then also, just for yourself, you're thinking, did I complete each step of the Big 6 efficiently? And you can use this information from your own evaluation to better prepare yourself for your next research project. Okay, finally, we're at the end of our lesson here, and I want you to remember these important things about the Big 6. You are going to plan for success. Use these first 2 steps to define your task and select your sources so you have a clear roadmap to begin. Once you get through that step, you will feel prepared to start the next. You're going to gather and search. You're going to find the information, pick out the most important facts, and organize them. And then you are going to review your work. Finish by checking to see if all those requirements are met, and then think about how you can improve the research process next time. Thank you so much. I hope this is helpful to you in your research project and in any research task that you come upon.